Hello, everyone. Wishing you all the best in life. Welcome back to Flavor of the World, the connecting point for journeys exploring famous dishes from around the world. Above all, we delve into the history, cultural significance, and the foods that represent the nations that created them or developed them into integral parts of global cuisine. Today, let's take a trip to the United States to explore a famous dish that is deeply influenced by American cuisine but originated in Italy: chicken parmesan. From the crispy golden fried chicken pieces, the melted mozzarella cheese oozing generously, to the rich tomato sauce, every bite of chicken parmesan is like a culinary masterpiece full of enchantment. But did you know that this dish is not just a perfect blend of fresh ingredients? It also carries a history, cultural fusion, and hidden secrets behind it. Join us as we explore the story behind chicken parmesan, a national favorite that's not only delicious, but also packed with meaning. I'm sure you'll fall in love with it from the first bite. Before we dive into the dish, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. If you watch the entire video and feel something is not quite right, feel free to leave us a comment. Now let's begin today's journey together. Originating from Italian-American kitchens, chicken parmesan, tender-breaded chicken cutlets topped with marinara sauce and bubbling mozzarella, represents a delicious blend of tradition and innovation. While its roots lie in the classic eggplant parmigiana of southern Italy, creative immigrants adapted the recipe to suit new ingredients and local tastes. The result? A dish that's both comforting and celebratory, embodying the warmth of home and the boldness of discovery, making chicken parmesan a true culinary favorite around the world. Although named Parmigiana, deeply rooted in Italian culinary tradition, chicken parmesan is actually a creative blend of the original Parmigiana recipe from the Emilia-Romagna region and strong American culinary influences. Legend has it that this dish was developed in the U.S. during the 1950s, when Italian immigrants brought over the traditional Parmigiana recipe, a dish usually made with crispy fried eggplant, topped with Parmesan cheese. But in America, instead of eggplant, they substituted it with breaded and fried chicken, creating a unique twist. With its distinctive flavor, chicken parmesan quickly became a favorite at Italian restaurants in the U.S., especially in the Italian community in New York. It was not only a delicious dish, but also a reflection of the cultural fusion between two nations, Italy and the U.S. From a simple dish in Italy, chicken parmesan has become a symbol of Italian-American cuisine, bursting with bold, irresistible flavors that can't be found anywhere else. So, chicken parmesan is not just a tasty dish, but a cultural fusion journey between two culinary traditions, a testament to the constant creativity of chefs and their love for food. Start by selecting juicy, boneless chicken breasts and season them with a touch of salt and pepper. Dredge each piece in flour, dip them into beaten eggs, and coat them generously with crisp Italian breadcrumbs. Once golden and crisp from pan frying, nestle the chicken in a bed of rich marinara sauce and top with layers of melted mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. Bake until bubbly, then garnish with fresh basil for an irresistible, classic chicken parmesan experience. The first and most important ingredient, chicken. Chicken breast or thighs are the ideal choices to create a tender and juicy chicken while still keeping a crispy outer layer. You'll want to cut the chicken into moderately thick pieces so that it crisps up nicely without becoming dry when frying. Chicken parmesan brings together simple spices that are key to its flavor. You'll need salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little oregano or basil. These dried herbs add depth to the dish. For that crispy crust on the outside, the chicken is coated in a mixture of flour, beaten eggs, and breadcrumbs. You can even add a little Parmesan cheese to the breadcrumbs to boost the crunch and richness. One of the essential components is the tomato sauce. This sauce creates a fresh, tangy layer of flavor that pairs perfectly with the cheese. You can make the sauce from fresh ingredients or use store-bought, as long as it's well-balanced, salty, sweet, and fragrant. Cheese is the key element that makes chicken parmesan special. Mozzarella is the primary cheese, providing a smooth, melty texture that pulls wonderfully when baked. Parmesan is sprinkled on top to add a rich, savory flavor to the dish. Finally, for that perfect crispy coating, you need to deep fry the chicken in oil at a temperature of around 170 to 180 degrees. The oil must be hot enough to fry the chicken without losing its crispiness or absorbing too much oil. With these simple ingredients, you can create an authentic chicken parmesan, crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. Now, son, a flavor that's hard to resist.
Begin by seasoning your chicken breasts with salt and pepper, then dredge them in flour, dip them in beaten eggs, and coat them with a mixture of breadcrumbs and grated Parmesan cheese. Fry the chicken in hot oil until golden and crisp, then arrange it in a baking dish. Spoon rich tomato sauce over each piece, sprinkle with mozzarella and extra Parmesan, and bake until the cheese is melted and bubbly. Serve hot for a truly classic Italian experience. First, cut the chicken into pieces about 1.5 to 2 centimeters thick so that when fried, it stays crispy on the outside while retaining moisture inside. Once the chicken is cut, season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and a little oregano or basil. Let the chicken marinate for 10 to 15 minutes so it absorbs the flavors. Next, prepare 3 bowls for the breading process. Bowl 1, beat the eggs. Bowl 2, add flour. Bowl 3, add breadcrumbs and a little Parmesan cheese. Dip the chicken pieces into the egg bowl, then coat with flour. And finally, roll them in the breadcrumb mixture with Parmesan cheese. Repeat this process twice for a thicker and crunchier coating. Heat a pan with enough oil to deep fry at about 170 to 180 degrees C. Fry the chicken for about 4 or 5 minutes on each side until it's golden and crispy and cooked through. Once the chicken is crispy and golden brown, remove it from the pan and place it on paper towels to drain any excess oil. After the chicken is crispy, arrange each piece on a baking tray. Spoon the prepared tomato sauce over each piece, making sure the sauce is evenly spread on the chicken. Finally, sprinkle a layer of mozzarella cheese over each piece. Add a little Parmesan cheese on top for extra richness and flavor. Bake the chicken in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes, or until the cheese melts and turns golden brown. Once the chicken is baked, take it out of the oven and let it cool slightly before serving. The best way to enjoy chicken parmesan is when it's still hot, with a crispy crust, tender chicken, melted cheese, and rich tomato sauce. You can serve it with spaghetti or bread to complete the meal. And there you have it, a perfectly made chicken parmesan, an amazing dish to share with family and friends. Crispy, aromatic, and full of flavor.
Chicken parmesan is more than just a meal. It's a symbol of togetherness and heritage. Passed down through generations, each recipe tells a story, blending tradition with personal touches. Families gather around the dinner table, sharing laughter and conversation, forging bonds that last a lifetime. The act of preparing and enjoying chicken parmesan becomes a celebration of cultural roots, reminding us that the simplest dishes can uphold the strongest values of love, connection, and belonging. The history of this dish traces back to Italian immigrants in the U.S., who brought along traditional recipes and created something entirely new. Chicken parmesan became a symbol of creativity and human adaptability when blending into a new environment. This dish not only has incredible flavor, but also represents the unity of family. Every time chicken parmesan is prepared, the family gathers around the kitchen, sharing stories and creating unforgettable memories. It's a meal that nourishes not just the body, but also the soul, strengthening the bonds of love. No matter where you are, from upscale restaurants to family dinners, chicken parmesan is always an easy dish to make, yet full of meaning, not just in flavor, but in the feelings and sharing it represents. With its crispy crust, rich cheese, and savory tomato sauce, each bite of chicken parmesan is a journey of creativity, a fusion of cultures, and most importantly, the love found in a family meal. That's why chicken parmesan is not just a dish, it's an essential part of family stories, friendships, and the connection between generations. And there you have it. The wonderful chicken parmesan is ready, not only offering an irresistible flavor, but also serving as a symbol of connection within families and friendships. If you love discovering amazing dishes from around the world, don't forget to hit like to let us know you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any unique dishes in the upcoming videos. Hit the notification bell right now to be the first to receive updates on the latest videos from Flavor of the World, where flavors tell stories and connect the world. Thank you for following along and exploring this culinary journey with us. Feel free to share your favorite dish below this video and continue joining Flavor of the World to explore a diverse and rich world of cuisine. We'll see you in the next video. And remember, every dish is a wonderful story.